at the Harmony Park beach in the still beautiful city of Montego. It has been really battered, but it's still a beautiful city. And one of the great features of the city is this well-designed park. I'm looking at some revetment work that was done last year, early this year, and it is still standing. It withstood the Category 5 hurricane, but the park did suffer some damage, and I allow the park manager to tell us how the park is.
Down trees, that's the main thing part of the park. So we have a team that is coming in tomorrow morning that is scheduled to overnight, and they make sure that we get by the space that's beautiful and affordable.
I noticed that the palm trees, the royal palms, they are still standing, but the palms have been destroyed. Can those trees regenerate the palms?
They can regenerate. It will take a while, but they will regenerate because they're still sturdy.
They're still sturdy. They stood up to
Yes. And they stood up to the Category 5.
But you didn't get any damage to buildings or?
Damage to buildings, mainly the trees and some of them fall, but some of the trees we can put them back and they will grow again and get firmer. So most of the big trees that we need to cut up on. So we will be working on it starting tomorrow morning to make sure that we get the space.
So the park can reopen quickly?
Yes, that is what we're trying to do.
Excellent. But I noticed that the discharge from the North Gully would have carried with it a huge amount of debris, mostly plastics. How are you going to treat with that? How are you going
we have a team. When we finish doing the lawn spaces, we will then go to the beach, take the sticks out, take the plastic out. So we'll separate them and put them in different plants.
So you do a recycling program? Very good. All right, thank you.
That Parkman just said we are anxious to get the park up and running because it's one of those spaces that is going to be much needed now with all the stress of the storm coming through and damaging properties and so on. It's going to be somewhere where you can come and at least have some sort of calm and just recharge your batteries emotionally until your home or your buildings are. So we are going to be moving, as Parkman just mentioned, starting tomorrow morning, and we'll continue at a quick pace to get it done so that the park can be at the disposal of the residents.
The revetment work which was done, the building of this groin, was because after a previous weather event a few years ago, 2 years ago, this where we're standing and parts of the beach behind us was totally eroded. Some part of the beach gained sand and other parts lost sand because of the actions of the wave. But we see the value of investments like these in putting in the groin, in that the beach here was protected. So essentially the park didn't gain or lose anything. Basically it was preserved as we have designed it to be preserved. And this shows the value of the investment. It's quite an expensive revetment, but it is important to protect this park, which itself is quite a significant investment in the recreation and health of the people of these areas.
Normally and previously, the designs were 30 years. All the others along the coast. But then we had that February event a few years ago that flipped those boulders the whole climate change aspect has made it necessary to look at a much larger design that will last for swimming and protect the asset here.